As the infection spreads rapidly, the people panic more. Research to develop the cure was in progress and had to be quick. Optimistically, a new city was built and located in the northwest, known as Tarragon Town. The place was the most populated area on the entire island, with more residents quickly moving in. The beloved lake besides the IRF was named into Urban Lake, with a massive bridge going over it to further bring attention to the lake. The mining and research operations on Misty Mountain were upgraded, with a runway for transportation of resources through aircraft. After surveying and drilling for materials, the alien robots collected enough materials to construct a section of the island to claim as their own. This place was called Xandromino. The people of the island refer to this race of alien robots as Xandromnians. As time passed, Xandromnians seemed to want more and more. Invading the island was just the beginning of what they had planned. The people wouldn't accept these aliens taking over their home. After spying on Xandromino, it was noticed that the Xandromnians were very familiar with the infection. They had created a machine capable of intaking the slimy substance of the infection and implanting it with an artificial brain chip to control them and use them as weapons. To counter the Xandromnian forces, Tarragon Town started development for a secret weapon of massive size. The strange mansion in the eastern woods continued to build something, expanding past the launch pad. They also started to make the base of what looked like to be a rocket of sorts. Whatever it is that the people at the mansion were planning to do, it's definitely kept secret from the rest of the people. The time had come. The Xandromnians and the infection slime beasts were released to attack Tarragon. Tarragon forces were released to fight back. The Terrabots were created from reverse engineering the dead Xandromnians, and thus looked almost identical to the Xandromino robots, other than their sky blue color. Terrabots were released to fight back, along with a massive secret weapon Tarragon was working on, called the Terratron. It was a massive version of the Terrabots, capable of major destruction against the Xandrominian forces. The battle started, and it went down just northwest of Xandromino. The fight went on brutally between the Terrabots and the Xandrominians. The infection beasts that were created were killed off one by one, until eventually they combined forces. They formed together all into one massive substance. The beast grew limbs and was just as tall as the Terratron. The Terratron and the massive infection beast fought and fought endlessly, with shards of metal from the Terratron being broken off as chunks of the infectious sludge were blown off of the massive infection monster. The monster suddenly wrapped itself around the Terratron, constricting it entirely. If the Terratron were to die, they would be taken over by this massive beast the Xandrominians created. Suddenly, the Terratron began beeping. It beeped faster and faster until it detonated. Tarragon secretly put a self-destruct sequence inside of the robot, just in case it was in a situation such as what it was in currently. The explosion devastated the beast so severely that every brain chip inside the monster was completely broken. The monster had been defeated, and all the Xandrominian forces retreated back to Xandromino. Tarragon had won for now, but only time would tell what would come next between the conflicts of Tarragon and Xandromino.